Hi folks, David Allen here. I'm the original engineer of this thing we call GTD, the Getting Things Done methodology. It's interesting times. And actually it's an interesting time particularly to assess your own practices, best practices in terms of how you manage yourself. Everybody's dealing with change right now. Surprise, change, things are up in the air, it's ambiguous. And many times people find that is the thing that throws them off course because things they didn't expect, and now their systems they have to redo or rethink. But that's actually the purpose of GTD, is to be able to then serve you with those best practices in those instances, actually anytime. Even if you're not necessarily in a crisis or in a major change or surprise, it certainly helps give you more space, more freedom, etc. But now, particularly in these kind of times where most everybody's having to deal with some sort of change. You now need to work out of home. You now need have a new boss. Now you now have to find a new way to work. You now have to deal with whatever it is that's showing up in your world. And that's the time when the best practices of GTD really come to the fore, where your mettle is tested, as we say, about that. So some of the basic best practices that everybody, me too, now need to do. First of all, just capturing. Doing a mind sweep, getting stuff out of your head, the stuff that has your attention. Then making decisions about what that stuff is. What new projects do you have? What new things do you need to assess right now? What new outcomes do you need to commit to? And probably one of the best things for anybody to do right now in these times is do some version of what we refer to as the weekly review. Step back, reflect on the whole game. I mean, right now, especially if things are changing fast around you and you have to reconfigure and rethink and recalibrate, that's the time we need to step back and say, okay, what new projects do I now have? It could be I now need to upgrade or set up a home office system and space, or I've got to reconfigure now, how I'm going to work with the team, that I only have half the people now that are available to me. Who knows? I mean, it's wide ranging. Just in the last few days, I've had many conversations with people around the world, and it's not certainly local to the Netherlands or the Benelux. It's all over the world, where people are now struggling with and dealing with these kind of changes and ambiguities. So, something that's a version of a review of your process and catch up, get a good project list with what are the new projects that you may not have realized now are projects, but they actually are. So it comes back to some of the basics. What has your attention right now? And based upon what has your attention, what do you need to decide about that? What's the outcome that you're committed to complete about that, or at least research or resolve about that? And obviously, what's the next action that you would need to take to get back in the driver's seat? So oftentimes in these times, people feel like they've lost control and they've lost focus. And if you've lost control and focus, you're going to be in a victim modality. And then that either creates paralysis or it creates crazy busyness. And neither one of which is going to be your highly productive state. So really get stuff out of your head, make decisions about what it means, catch up with your new world and the new projects and things you need to do. There are a lot of things you're probably going to need to put on the back burner, so the someday maybe list may get activated again. And so if you're already a GTD practitioner, it's certainly a time to upgrade and bring current your systems, kind of bring up the rear guard, as we say. If you're new to this or don't really know too much about what this methodology is, it's a great time to find out what it is and a great opportunity to actually apply it. So my friends at meereffect, our licensee partners here in the Benelux countries, meereffect, M-A-A-R-A-F-F-A-C-T. I didn't do that right in Dutch anyway. meereffect.nl. Check with them. They're certainly great resources, and we'll be offering things that you can do virtually and otherwise. Even though we're not necessarily getting together face to face, that doesn't mean you're going to lose the opportunity to actually use these situations as a chance to really upgrade, rethink, and refocus. Anyway, I hope that's good news for you. I hope that's at least somewhat of an encouragement, and thanks very much for engaging with all of us. Take care, stay healthy.